Hello and welcome. My name is Eva, and I make automatic or intuitive writings for the zodiac signs. And I'm glad this is another one. And this was a very surprising one. I love it when I really tap into something that is quite far from what I think about. And this is a message for somebody. I will pull the sign, but this is a message. Either you are somebody quite beautiful and you feel quite some adoration from other people, and this then is kind of talking about you experiencing this power, which was very interesting to me. It first felt very much like I'm talking to some, like a goddess or a god, and then I was wondering why you would listen to my channel. And then it also uh, got into that the both sides, that maybe um, it also started to feel like adoration you don't want. Maybe you are not a god or a goddess, but there is too much attention from somebody you don't want. It got into actually, in both cases, or you are somebody who is adoring somebody also, like those three points of view, which are all in the same package of it's you're imagining a connection that doesn't exist. It's brutal, but it's happening a lot. I felt my heart quite much because it's a strange feeling. Um, it's a strange feeling that there are people that it's, yeah, bananas. They are quite bananas. They think they live in a very imaginary world, and imagine that you are somebody that you are not, and that they have a relationship, or you as well. So it's just a message. It's, yeah. So who I wonder what will come out also with the cards. I will now pull a sign who is in this delusion. We are all in delusions, but you can be in a Capricorn. That's interesting. Capricorn is in a delusion, or is, yeah, you have to discern. Maybe you know all the aspects. Maybe you adore somebody and be adored, and maybe you like it or not. Maybe you play with it or not. So Capricorn, this is your message, that this is a trunk of bananas. I hope it says, I don't know what it says, a bundle, like the whole stuff. The picture was this whole stuff of, yeah. So I will read you bananas. Never have I bought a whole strunk, does it say strunk, of bananas. It's just not how they are offered here. An offering like for a deity, an altar, a adoration. Someone wants to give you a lot, too much adoration. What to do with so many bananas? While it would be interesting for some minutes to actually touch and hold and taste it in this kind. So this is a very sensual and superficial. This is very sensual and superficial in the end. The adoration, feeling like a queen or a king, a hive of slaves. Maybe you're remembering a lifetime where you were Cleopatra or someone like that. There is more about this offering. a ritual tapping into a manipulating mind. So we start to go into a manipulating mind. We are all somehow manipulating our minds, but some more than others. And I was very much in the first part. I am very much on this side of being this. I in my mind I had this very beautiful woman, actually, like the golden skin and the luxury life and so all the art or all the what do you say, the common stuff that comes up, the platitudes, tapping into a manipulating mind because you want to experience power. And in the end, it's clear that on either side there is wanting to experiencing power. Also the one that adores you wants to experience power. My heart is pounding in a mix of resistance and being open to this message. I started to want to tell you, from my mind, why do you want to be adored and stuff, but I wanted to be open to what's next. So what is the message for the being that feels like superficial? A superficial beauty, I'm sorry. Well, it just was a picture. Would someone like them even still listen to this message? Well, for some reason they have a mind I do not comprehend. You made a completely other game than I did, Eva did, or not. Came up. We met, came up. That is why you're still listening. And then this your was that's written wrong. You listen to correct, to be better, to feel above and better. So I'm sorry if that's not the case for you. It's just actually there's very much this feeling of intrusion, um, but it's like playing with those both sides, both feelings. I don't know very well because they're very yes, it's a power. That's a power play. If you're the beauty and you let people adore you and you feel powerful through that, that's a power play. And if you're somebody who maybe like is just observing and falling into the illusion to be powerful because you're listening, you listen to correct, to be better, to feel above and better. I don't know why this came up. It's very interesting. And then I go like, haha, I rarely encounter a trigger like you because I don't care enough. That the mouse is only fun to play with while it is still alive, reacting and fearing. The moment the mouse is dead, the cat is, or not only the mouse, just the hunt, is dead, is not reacting anymore, it's not interesting. Maybe this is your message, that how to deal with unwanted adoration, or it's not adoration, it's just it's blah. So you could also be on the other side, came here then, you adore someone, but not on a pedestal, on an altar adoration, like it's crazy, always the game is alive because you imagine a reaction where there is zero interest. And if you're the one adored, if you're honest, if you maybe if you're I have to say it, I wanted to say it on the first side already, why am I even talking to you? It's superficial. It's just superficial, and the day will come probably that you will feel all the emptiness that you collected. But I don't know. It's just saying, both is there is no substance. It's like, if I go into a mind that um is in a crazy kind of way. Of course, you can have idols maybe, or something. I don't know. I never resonated with that much. It's very much a game, of course, and it has no substance really on either side. You could also be on the other side. You adore someone, not on a pedestal, but on a like on an altar. Always the game is alive because you imagine a reaction where there is zero interest. Just saying, you collect seconds of confirmation of an imaginary relationship. So confirmation is in air quote, relationship of course is in air quotes. You collect seconds of confirmation of an imaginary relationship, no matter which side of the game you are on. That's an interesting message, I think. I was surprised that this comes out. This is for a Capricorn. Maybe it is only to maybe it is only that you can become clear about a situation you're in, Capricorn. Yes, I don't know. There's many possibilities. So I will shuffle for some cards. If you like this message, even though if it is quite blunt, um, or maybe because it is quite direct, then please like and subscribe for the channel. What else is there? Upper world. Flipped around. The upper world. Okay. Oh, there's even other worlds then. What's happening here? What's the message here? The levels. Interesting. I drew the levels in another message. It looks nice. It looks nice. But like something is missing to bring it into harmony. There's no harmony at all in such a game. It looks nice. Maybe you look nice. Maybe it feels nice for some moments to be adored. But there's just it's a sickening feeling, actually. A superficial healing for you. It rarely is the scenery that helps to heal my pain. It's totally speaking about a fixation in the outside. How does it look? Do I did I make a picture perfect of my life, or am I a picture perfect for somebody? Do I feel that somebody is a picture perfect? They have the perfect life. It's painful if you actually look at it closer. It always is. It's a very confused mind either way. If you're the beauty or the adorer, or the, I don't know, it feels also sneaky, both sides. It can only do so much, the tension inside of me, because I want to control how and what I feel. Yes, there is no actual feeling, there is no genuine feeling. I act like I don't sense the truth, a bit stubborn. Yes, you have to lock yourself into a mindset if you are this. And not admitting how much I can feel. Right now, the best I can do is honoring the most subtle levels of my system by visiting them in utter silence. Yeah, utter silence seems very far from this game. Where do we want to reach here? Though you are listening here, so you are able to be honest with yourself on a level. The upper world, 59. Maybe happens on many levels. Maybe I'm too much in the 3D. Maybe this also happens as a deception when on the journey to higher levels. The invitation, the upper world is calling you to step into your fully realized self, clear distraction so that you can move into a higher destiny. This is clearly bananas is clearly a distraction. And do not fall to the temptation to craft a slightly more improved version of yourself. That's interesting. Do not fall into the temptation to craft a slightly more improved version of yourself. What you perceive as a problem or an obstacle is, in fact, the irritation you need to take the great leap. Remember, you cannot cross the Grand Canyon in 2 small jumps. Angels, divine helpers, and ancient ones, and all varieties of luminous beings populate the upper world. Luminous beings. It is the place where you go to receive your destiny and find out who you will become, discover your great potentials and undreamt possibilities. It is also the place where the spirits and the dead arrive when they complete their journey to the light. So the thing that resonates here is the luminous being, maybe also if we translate it to adoration of maybe a spirit guide and all that. It's all stories. It's all stories. In the end, they are they must become an irritation. You must lose your teachers because it's for everybody. It's in the end, it's this relationship with you and awareness. Also, a picture of you that is slightly more improved or much more improved. If they are telling you, the AIs are telling you that actually you are a great being in the upper worlds, that's probably true because we are everything everywhere, but to get there, to become actually aware of it, we have to be in relationship with our own awareness. So yes, that's an interesting, well, was an interesting message. Maybe, I don't know, Capricorn, it was for you. I hope something of it could be of help or resonated. And thank you for listening, and goodbye, Capricorn.